In this episode, you don't want to miss it. It is the wrap up for the 2019 Ontario Boxing Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Welcome to the DO Boxing Show. I'm your host, Dameon Okposio. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. So today is Wednesday, May the 29th. And a couple of weeks ago, we had the real Boxing Day, which was the Ontario Boxing Hall of Fame induction, which is my major event for the year. And it included a boxing trade show as well as live amateur boxing that we did in conjunction with King of the Ring Boxing Club. This episode is just a wrap up of the event. And I just wanted to make sure that I said my thank yous in a very organized way, but also watch the video through to the very end because I put together a really nice I put together a really nice slideshow that you'll want to take a look at. So first off, the event was amazing, and I always promote my events about a year in advance. And so what happens when you do that is other people sometimes can take that date and use it and do things on the same date, which is not a problem. There's no issue with that. Like some of my friends told me, you know what, do it on a different day of the week so you can avoid that because Saturday is always a very popular day. But, I always tell people I'm more concerned and more interested in building a bigger pie than fighting over crumbs. I find that a lot of people in boxing, especially in the Canadian Ontario boxing scene, they're fighting over crumbs. Like, to me, there's a huge market out there, especially in Ontario, the GTA, Toronto. The market of Ontario is massive. There's 7 billion people in the world. Like, even if you have 100,000 people at an event, you should still be able to throw multiple events on the same day. And so, while I wanted definitely for my event to happen, I knew that if the event wasn't successful, it wouldn't be because another boxing event was going on that day. It'd be because I didn't work hard enough or promote in the right way in terms of getting the advertisement out and getting people to be aware of what happened. So, thanks so much to all the ticket holders and everybody that did come out because you guys made it a great event. And, for me, just being in business so long, 25 years I've been in business, I definitely appreciate the fact that I know that people could be anywhere and, they chose to be there at that event. So it honored the event and it honored the people that were being inducted as well, which is a great thing. It was a fantastic night. The weather was really great. And we had fantastic people that came out to the event. So just to start off by thanking the people that came out. Again, so it was Saturday, May 11th, and we had it at the Woodstock Agricultural Society, their Fairgrounds, basically, which is in Woodstock, Ontario. I want to say, first of all, thanks to Mayor Trevor Birch. He was at the Hall of Fame, Ontario Boxing Hall of Fame inductions last year, which was also in Woodstock. He was a big supporter, and he was a big supporter again this year, which was great. It's always a pleasure definitely having him out, and it's an asset having him being involved in the event and coming out to the event and enjoying it as well. I want to say thank you very much to the vendors. So for the boxing trade show, we had a number of vendors. So we had some vendors pull out at the last minute because things were happening in their lives personally, which is not a problem. These things happen. I'm going to be working, of course, to make next year's boxing trade show even bigger and have more vendors out there. But thanks to the vendors that came out to the 2019 boxing trade show, and that was Pete Doherty Photography, Sharp Foods, Princess of Sound, Guitar Shaped Purses, GTA Exotics, Shirtprint.ca, Specialty Boxing, Bitsy Treat Boutique, Primerica, Fits the Whip Boxing Academy, my company Below the Belt Boxing Magazine, doTERRA Essential Oils, Prove It Better Ketones, and Lupus Ontario. So, sometimes you're like, I've heard from people, you're doing a boxing trade show. What do these things have to do with boxing? Well, I'll give you an example. Everything ties in to each other. So a relative of Arnie Beam that was inducted in the 2019 Ontario Boxing Hall of Fame class, has lupus and is raising awareness. So that's something that is affecting somebody that's within the boxing community. It's an important thing that you want to bring light and information to. So everything ties in together. So one thing I always say to people that come out to events or trade shows, try and make sure that you touch every single booth, because you're never going to be sure what you're going to learn or where you're going to get information from. So thanks to our DJ for the evening, which was Melissa Sharp. She did a great job. Thanks to the plaque sponsors. So these are people that sponsored individual plaques. Some people sponsor multiple plaques that were given out to the inductees for the Hall of Fame inductions. So thank you to the plaque sponsors: Kim Fraser, Fitzroy Vanderpool, Michael Williamson, Richard Lewis, Terrence Fowler, and Donald Wombold. Thanks to the Ontario Boxing Hall of Fame Selection Committee. That's Dave Hutchinson, Darrell Wombold, Donald Wombold. They do a tremendous job every year, not just helping to select the individuals that are going to be recognized for induction, because that is a very painstaking process. We, look into their backgrounds. We try and confirm accomplishments. It all takes a lot of time. These guys are volunteering their time to do that. But also too, they're bringing names from the past forward and introducing them again. So we have a master list of about 90, I think it's about 90 names right now, of people that are candidates for induction. And, that list keeps growing and growing. But those names are researched. They're brought out of the past by the selection committee, who are all guys. They're all former fighters. They're all former amateur boxers that have done multiple things in the sport of boxing, and they care tremendously about boxing, and they all have a lot of knowledge. Like, they're students of the game, and they do a tremendous job in terms of picking people with the credibility and that need to be recognized. Everybody does a tremendous job in the sport of boxing. There are many pillars in the sport of boxing, but they do a great job in terms of researching and bringing names to light. So thank you very much to the selection committee. Thanks to the sponsors of the event. We had financial sponsors, U.S. Traffic and Urban Utilities. Thanks so much for that. Our great security company, On Watch Security, they do all my events and have for the last couple of years. A great security company. Thanks for the donations, for different items, raffle prizes, gifts that we gave to the scholarship recipient, and that was thanks to Kim Cataret, the BY Group, and Tyrone Bradshaw for those donations. I want to say thanks to the professional job done by the photographers for the event, the official photographers for the event, Pete Doherty and Noor Abdel-Raziq. Both of them did a tremendous job in capturing great images and capturing basically the essence of the event. I'll let you in on something. Normally, I have a team that videotapes the event, and I just assumed that I was going to be able to do that myself, set up my video camera. But it just shows the importance of people and the importance of your team. I decided to take on that responsibility myself, and I didn't even have the time to do it. So that's one of my regrets in terms of not videotaping the whole event this year. And for 2020, I'm definitely going to make sure that the event is videotaped. So you know what? It's one of those things where the people that were there on that day are going to have those great memories, especially a lot of the great speeches. Mike Strange's speech stands out in my mind. There was so many great speeches. Barrington Francis gave a great speech. There's so many, like all the inductees said great things. And again, another reason to actually be at these events live, because you don't know what will or what won't be captured. So definitely moments in history. Thanks to everybody that gave great speeches, because that was part of what made the event great as well. Thanks to my printers, Printed Print. printedprint.ca, shirtprint.ca, The Printing House, and Vision Graphics. I've had long relationships with all of my printers, and they do everything from my magazine to the newsletter to the posters. So thanks so much to them for doing that. And I want to thank my partners in having this event come through and come together so successfully. So first off to my Deal Media group, the guys that helped me put my videos together, motion graphics together, graphic design together, come up with social media strategies, advertising. They all do a great job. I have a great team, and they're all very talented guys, so I appreciate them, and I appreciate the fact that they're working with me. So the Deal Media team and the partners that have worked with me to help also make this event great and make it affordable. Quality Inn and Suites Woodstock. They've been great. Little trophy shop. I've dealt with them again for maybe over a decade, maybe even longer than that. They always provide my plaques, trophies, all of that stuff. Barris Catering from Tilsonburg. Dave Barris, who's the owner, tremendous guy, great fountain of knowledge, and is from that area, Oxford County, Tilsonburg. And it's just done a great job with the food for the last couple of years. When we started the inductions, that was one of kind of the things that I had difficulty with in terms of getting a great place to do food. And I found that with Barris Catering. So I'm enjoying our relationship. We've now been together a couple of years, and I'm looking to continue that relationship on. And King of the Ring Boxing Club, who I partnered with for many years. Again, long-term friendship and business relationship. Ajaz Khan, he runs a tremendous boxing gym in Ontario, 4 Automatic Road in Brampton. If you're ever in the Airport Williams Park area, he has a number of talented fighters, but he's a talented coach himself, and just a very honorable person and a great person to work with in terms of making things happen. Like I said, stay tuned for a great slideshow that's going to show a lot of the images from the event. We didn't do video, but this is the next best thing to it. And before I send you off to that video, or before we play the video, I just want to let you know, thanks to all the people that participated and purchased tickets. I definitely appreciate you. The Ontario Boxing Hall of Fame appreciates you. And you guys made the event the big success that it was. And the real Boxing Day that's going to be happening next year in 2020 is going to be on Saturday, May the 30th, 2020. That's the tentative date. Back in Woodstock. We're going back to the Woodstock Agricultural Fairgrounds, and that's our tentative date. So almost a year in advance. It's going to be, again, we're guaranteeing that we're putting the trade show together and the induction ceremony. And we may be adding some other elements of entertainment because I like to jam-pack the entertainment into the event. So hopefully people liked it. I had a great time at the event this year. And, we're hoping to make it bigger and better for next year. Again, mark off on your calendars. Forget December 26th. May 30th, 2020. May 30th, 2020 is going to be the real Boxing Day. And the next Hall of Fame induction ceremony, boxing trade show, is going to be a great event. Stay tuned for the wrap-up little slideshow that we put together for the 2019 Ontario Boxing Hall of Fame induction. Thanks so much for tuning in. Remember, if you have any questions related to boxing, send us a message through Twitter at DOKPOSIO, through email okposio@hotmail.com. And don't forget to subscribe to get every episode of the DO Boxing Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're going to catch you on the next episode. And stay tuned right now for our 2019 Ontario Boxing Hall of Fame wrap-up.